Hey, Jeff Brooks, Remax Orange Beach on the Gotti team here for your May results, June monthly market update. Should be able to get it done in less than 5 minutes this month. Interest rates holding pretty steady, right around that 7% range. U.S. average is 6.95. I personally don't think we're going to see any significant decrease anytime soon, at least until 2025. Smarter people than me may decide otherwise, but that's the way I see it. Pricing remains stable in both the condo and residential space. Might be seeing a slight increase, only a few more months is going to give us that for sure. Inventory, townhomes and condos continues to rise, and the residential inventory looks to be around that 3.5 month range still, but we did see a little bump up. We'll take a couple of months to figure out if that's a trend or if that was a one-off. Interest rate slide, there's the 3.95 and the trend over the last year, holding steady for about 6 months there. Here's the monthly Baldwin County report. Again, please be very careful with these. May of this year compared to May of last year results. They don't tell you the trend or what's happening over time, which I think is more important. But you can see prices in both resort and residential were up May this year over May last year. Inventory is up in both categories, and the total number of sales was down this year in May compared to last year in May. Here's the details. Again, these single point month numbers don't tell you a lot. If you remember last month, a number of these were yellow or down, and this month they're up. So let's move to the trend line. Trend on the condos and townhomes, still running around that 500 level as median. We've had a couple of breakouts and a couple below. We're currently at a breakout. We'll have to see if that remains or if it comes back down to that regular median range. Excuse me. The same is true on the single family residential, that roughly 340 range as the median continues. We did have an up month last month. Will that continue? Again, we'll have to see what happens next month. I don't anticipate it will. I do expect some moderate growth over time, though. Let's look at inventory. And on the left, you've got the condos and townhomes. You can see it grew again last month, not by as much, but it did grow, and it has been doing that since the 2020 range. Some of that is number of sales, and some of that is new listings. Because your month of supply is based on how many are out there and how quickly they're selling. On the right side, you've got the single family home trend. Remember last month it had bumped up. Well, it bumped back down this month. Let's keep watching that one. On the further breakdown, new construction versus previously owned, that trend we looked at last month was consistent again this month, so we're not going to go into detail there. So it still holds that if you're selling your personal home, your competition is still the new construction homes. So you need to keep that in mind. We've been tracking this, whether or not something different was happening or the normal sales cycle. I've concluded that we are in the normal sales cycle. It was a little behind this year. It may be a little smaller than previous years, but it is our normal cycle. So where does that leave us? Sellers, the sellers market itself, this is the big one this month. The sellers market, if we're not already at the end, is coming to its end, barring any other significant change, which means buyers have a little more time, buyers have a little more room to negotiate. We're seeing contingencies for inspections and other things show up, and buyers should be willing to take a look at those. We're not seeing a lot of multiple offers. There are still a few great properties listed at a great price that we see that, but it's not a rule of thumb anymore. I've already mentioned that in the residential space, your competition is the new build, and be prepared to offer, help with closing cost and other items to your buyers. Rentals, prices are a little bit lower than last year. We're seeing about a 95% of list on average when they do sell. Buyers, the pressure to decide quickly is mostly gone, except for those few that are just fantastic properties at a great price. So you may have an overwhelming list of great choices. That's a good thing. Buy the one you like best. Lots to choose from in the residential space compared to previous, not multiple years previous, no. Recent years previous, yes. Rentals, again, I'm going to say buy the dip. The constraints there tend to be interest rate, the insurance costs that are coming in and hitting many of the properties. And then with travel outside the U.S., the general economy, we're seeing rentals a little bit lower this year. That won't last forever. Now is a great time to buy, to position yourself when all of those things return to normal. That's all I've got this month. Love to hear your comments and questions. Have a great month until I see you next time.